ang dami-dami kong sasakyan, ang dami-dami kong properties. Kung may mangyari dyan, may si insurance na bahala. Wait muna. Ano ba gagawin kung may mangyaring mga di inaasahang aksidente at pangyayari din sa mga properties mo? Especially din sa mga sasakyan, yung mga motor vehicles na yan. Yung mga property, buildings, bahay, residential at iba pa. Ano ba gagawin? Ba't sa insurance mo ipapasa? Yun yung magiging topic natin, mga idol, best friend. Paring Coco here. Pag-uusapan natin ano ba ang mga gagawin kung magki-claim sa insurance, specifically non-life insurance. We're gonna talk more about that, and of course inviting you all to listen to my new and first ever podcast here on Anchor, and of course soon will be available on Spotify every Friday night po yan. First episode natin, ano ba ang insurance? Paano ba mag-claim? Yon. See you guys! Have a good day! Hi there, this is the part 2. Should I say, part 2 of the first episode. A continuation po sa atong first episode for the non-life insurance here in the Philippines. Well, as a quick recap, we've done the background of the insurance industry here in the Philippines, and then secondly, simple case scenario. When every time magpalit ka og sakyanan, bibili ka po ng sasakyan, brand new, papa-insure nyo po. Ano po yung mga basic coverage na pwedeng i-cover every time you get your insurance. Now, I think let me give some bullets lang sa basic comprehensive insurance coverages. Andun po yung OD or your own damage, right? Any damages na masustain from an accident, any damages which resulted from an accident, or any damages na masustain from an accident, of course, is own damage. Second is the property damage, or TPPD, or third-party property damage. Any property na madamage po ninyo using your sasakyan, not limiting to vehicles only, but any properties na madamage. So, third is the personal accident coverage. Covered po nun ang sakay ng sasakyan, including the driver. Most likely, 5 tao po pwede ma-covered niyan, the driver and 4 other passengers. Next is the BI, or bodily injury. Yun po ang magre-response every time makabunggo ka po ng pedestrian, tao, and then if the medical expenses or hospital expenses exceeded the coverage, mandatory coverage of TPL na 100,000, si BI po ang sasagot. Next is the acts of nature or acts of God, AON, AOG. Yun po ang magre-respond sa damages ng sasakyan ninyo every time na may mga bagyo, natural calamities, flood, typhoon, earthquake, etc. Arising out of that, any damages which arise out of that is covered under AON or AOG. So I think that's pretty much it lang ang sa yung basic insurance coverage. Now, balik tayo sa effectivity ng insurance. Kung si Juan kumuha ng isang, balikan natin si Juan, kumuha siya ng Vios, brand new 2020 Toyota Vios. The mandatory TPL coverage for that is 3 years. Okay, that kung brand new po, 3 years coverage yan. So if this year kumuha si Juan, 2020, 2023 pa yan mag-expire ang TPL. The car registration, if brand new po ang pinurchase ninyo na sasakyan, ang TPL coverage length niyan is 3 years. If brand new yung car, galing kasa talaga, 3 years po ang TPL coverage niyan. So, mas maayo, mas maganda, mas makatipid ka. And in terms of its comprehensive naman, yung OD, PD, BI, PA, AOG, AON coverage is most likely, kung kinash mo naman, most likely 1 year lang po yan yung effectivity. Normally, yung comprehensive insurance will last for a year only. And it can be renewable. Okay? So, for the TPL, nothing to worry. 3 years after ka pa mag-renew ng rehistro if brand new yung unit. But if hindi na po brand new yung unit ng pagbili ninyo, 1 year lang din yung TPL insurance na yan alongside with the renewal of your registration. Malalaman mo naman kung kailan mag-expire yung TPL mo kasi synonymous, sabay po yan sa car registration renewal. Every time mag-renew ka po ng rehistro ng sasakyan, automatic na po magre-renew ka ng TPL kasi sabay po yan eh. As I've mentioned in the past and on the previous discussion, TPL is a mandatory insurance coverage na nire-require ni LTO every time magre-renew ng rehistro ng sasakyan. So, di po pwede na makaka-renew ka ng rehistro na walang TPL kasi mandatory requirement po yan ni LTO every time mag-renew ka ng car registration, TPL. Okay? So, I think that's pretty much it. Well, on the comprehensive policy naman, na-mention natin, it's for the client's self-assurance na every time na may mangyari dito, I have nothing to get worried about, extreme worry kasi nga I have my insurance to back me up. Alright? But here in the Philippines, we are not taking that seriously. Compared to other countries, in the US, grabe kaayo ka-comprehensive ang ilang insurance policies and very detailed, very technical, should I say, because whatever ang nakarite sa inyong policy should be followed, must be followed strictly. Nothing more, nothing less. It's transparent, it's just black and white, you know. Kung na nakabutang diha nga 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 is the coverage, that's it. That's pretty much it. Unlike here in the Philippines, we have different insurance rules and regulations per insurance company. Nag-differ na din siya per insurance company. That is why it is very, very important, very, very important and essential nga ikaw car owner, i-scrutinize mo ang, not so scrutinize, pero you juggle up, you juggle up your decisions before getting an insurance company which will cover your car or your vehicles or your properties and so on. So you have to weigh it. Normally, the show window of insurance industries are the claims process. That's where the score are being settled, the claims process, and not just the claims process but how it was being introduced by the underwriter. Because the underwriter, again, ako ibalik, si underwriter po ang nag-a-assess ng risk ng isang property before i-insured. Again, is it worth na i-insured? Angay ba ni siya i-insured? Dapat pa bang i-insured to? Diba? Yung mga ganon. Very, very crucial po ang role ng isang underwriter. Crucial in a sense that you should set the standard and rules prior to issuance of policy. I'm not talking about volumes here. You know, volumes na dapat dapat madaliin. Kasi nga, given na yun eh. Nagpapa-insured ka, ini-insured mo yung something. You must be strict about it. Kasi kung may mangyari dyan na aksidente, at least na-lay down na ang yung sa client ang what to do, no? Because in the first place, nagbabayad yan. The client pays premium for it, diba? So I think that it's pretty much obvious an underwriter must do that, you know. That's very crucial. What else? Now, let's talk about having claims. What are the basic requirements if your car get hit, or you experience a vehicular accident? Ano bang gagawin? Every time po na mangyari yon. Okay? So let's talk about the basic requirements. So you have your car, you have your insurance policy, you have your own damage coverage, and then it turned out na after a few weeks, like after a month, should I say, etong si Juan, kakabili ng Toyota Vios niya, and then after a month, na-aksidente. Ngayon, the accident was ganito. Let's just palagay na natin. Gawin na lang natin ang scenario. The accident was when Juan drives its Toyota Vios in an open highway. Suddenly, a flying stone came from nowhere, struck its windshield, tinamaan yung windshield, putok yung windshield, nag-crack. And nag-crack na yung windshield kasi tinamaan ng stone. Flying stone. That could happen anywhere. It could happen anytime, in any place, in any particular event. You don't know. Kaya nga aksidente. Hindi mo inaasahan na mangyayari yan. So tinamaan ng bato yung windshield, crack yung windshield, hindi naman totally basag, crack yung windshield. FYI nga pala, most of the windshield nowadays, especially sa mga sedans, SUVs, crossovers, and most of the brand new cars, those windshields are made of laminated glass. There are two types of windshields, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, mga best friend. There are two types of car or vehicle windshields. First, the very common na ginagamit natin is the laminated glass. Okay? Laminated glass is what they also call safety glass. Yon. It is a kind of glass po na kung mapapansin ninyo, pag yung windshield tinamaan ng any sharp or hard object, hindi siya dire-diretso napupulpog or nagiging ano ba Tagalog ng sinsilyo? Hindi siya nagiging hindi siya durog. Yon. Para siyang web, it creates a web-like crack, parang bahay ng spider. It's a web-like crack after an impact dun sa windshield. That's laminated. Kasi in between those glass, sa gitna nun, may safety may safety sort of cellophane. It's a kind of thick cellophane that wraps around the field of the glass dun sa windshield, that serves as an extra secure purpose for the windshield para hindi siya masyadong basag. Kung tamaan man, it can create web-like crack. Now, that's laminated. That's one thing to distinguish na laminated ang windshield nito. And ito po ang mostly nakakabit sa mga sasakyan natin. Especially these new ones. Kahit mga older cars like the 2005 above make na vehicle, your model vehicle. I think laminated na po yan. That's a laminated windshield. The second one is the tempered glass. Nadidinig niyo yan sa mga cellphones niyo, di ba? Cellphone screens. Tempered. Tempered po ang tawag ng isang glass pag siya ay nabasag, durog agad. Murag sinsilyo ba? Mapulpog siya. Walay web-like na. Pag igo, pulpog agad. But it depends on the impact, of course. Kung sa kakusukong force sa pag-impact, sa pag-igo, o pag-hit atong sa amin, saka siya mababasa. So that's tempered. Since pag maigo siya any sharp object or flying object or any hard object that will result into the damage, pulpog siya, sinsilyo siya. Wala na yung mga web-like crack. That's laminated. Mostly, that's why medyo di na kayo siya usab kusog karon, because that's why nga less ang security niya. That's why car manufacturers nowadays switch now to laminated glass or safety glass. Mostly kakakita na ako na siya karon nga nakakabit sa mga trucks and low-end vehicles. Doon siya nakakabit. I don't know why. Trucks are very high risk. That's why dapat dili tempered ang nakabutang na. Dapat laminated gid siya. And it should be mandated by the LTO gid dapat na laminated in glass. I don't know. It depends on the manufacturers. But I think LTO must not just LTO, but I think all the vehicles regulated here in the Philippines or being operated here in the Philippines, mag-set sila not just rule but it should be a law, no, na dapat any car na magdagan or any vehicle na magdagan diri sa Pilipinas must possess or must have a laminated windshield for an add-on safety doon sa driver and the passengers and all people on board sa sakyanan. So I think that's pretty much it. So ayun, let's asking history nung grabe yung side bit ba. By the way, it's Sunday today. I recorded this. It's 4th of October. Yeah, we're October now. October 4th, 2020. Happy Sunday, everyone. So, let's go now to ano bang gagawin pag may claim. Now, balik tayo dun kay Juan. Nagdadrive siya. Tapos, all of a sudden, tinamaan yung windshield niya. Basag yung windshield. Laminated yon, basag. Ano ba gagawin? So, naisip naman, may claim naman ako. So, I'll use my insurance so that I can claim on my windshield. Now, first thing you want to do right there, if you don't have any idea on the process of claims, first things first is magre-report ka sa insurance mo. Yun yung una mong maiisip regardless of your idea. Wala kang idea anong gagawin. So, you're gonna report it to your insurance or first siguro magpapa-estimate ka muna, magpapa-costing. Those were a couple of things na siguro buhaton sa average Joe, average Juan de la Cruz na walang idea kung ano yung gagawin every time may mangyaring, should I say, minor accident dun sa vehicle. Pero basag, that could be risky. That's why it must be replaced as soon as possible. So, ang gagawin ni Juan, normally, pupunta siya sa insurance niya, which is dapat naman talaga. So, eto po gagawin nyo mga best friend idol. Pag may mangyari pong vehicular accident, kung minor lang naman, unang-una nyo po gawin, pwede nyo i-notify through call or text yung insurance company provider ninyo dun sa sakyan. Call them, text them, inform them. Hi sir, hi ma'am. I got a vehicular accident, may nangyari po. Basag po yung windshield ko. Now, since may mga cellphones naman tayo nowadays, kahit sino, may access naman sa smartphone, picturean nyo po yung unit ninyo. On the very day na nangyari yon, no? Kung check nyo muna kung wala namang nasaktan dun sa onboard nyo, kung ikaw lang isa Juan, check nyo kung wala namang nasaktan or yung windshield lang. That's pretty much fair. Kung ganun. Picturean nyo po yung unit, call your insurance provider, and they will assist you on what to do and what to be prepared for a claims requirements. So ito po ang mga basic requirements or second thing that you must do aside from calling your insurance provider. Noted na nabigyan ka na ng instructions on what to do. Second is you report it to the nearest police station. Put a blotter on it. Do a blotter on it regardless if walang na-involved na Kasi for public information 'yon. Na may nangyaring vehicular accident that's for the record. That's one of the basic. So, matapos na 'yon. So, ito po ang pinaka-basic na requirements ng isang insurance own damage claim. Own damage muna tayo Doon muna sa damage na na-sustain ng sasakyan ng insured na unit. So, first things first, check your insurance policy. Check niyo yung insurance policy. Enforce ba? Active ba? So 1 month pa nagdagan from the time na na-insured siya. So, very active. Check nyo yung policy niyo. That's the first requirement. Check your insurance policy. Second requirement is the LTO Certificate of Registration. Check nyo yung LTO ORCR, yung mga details doon. Check. Okay. Third is your driver's license. Okay, check your driver's license. You must possess a driver's license during the time na nagda-drive ka. Fourth is, the police blotter. No, if you are not able to secure that police blotter, you may secure a driver's affidavit of accident. you must secure a driver's affidavit of accident. Ano yun? Written form of accident yon, tapos ipanotaryo nyo. Yan, ipanotaryo nyo sa notary public, sa abogado. Patatakan nyo lang. And then third, the pictures. Pictures of the damaged portion dun sa unit and pictures of the whole unit itself na makita yung whole unit itself and the plate number or any identification of the vehicle na sa'yo yun or yun. So, importante yun. And then, next is the stencils of the chassis or serial number and the engine or the motor number dun sa sasakyan ninyo. That's it. That's pretty much it. Insurance policy, LTO or CR, driver's license, police blotter or driver's affidavit, pictures, stencil, and next is the repair estimate. Yun. Doon natin ma-assess yung estimated cost of loss. Yun. Doon natin ma-assess yung estimated cost of damage nung windshield mo, nung tinamaan ito ng bato. Diba? So, punta ka sa nearest casa, brand new, ikasa mo na yan. So, anyway, I'll talk about later yung tips and tricks. But first, punta ka muna sa casa kung saan mo nakuha yung sasakyan mo. Magpa-estimate ka, punta ka sa nearest casa, and then, si casa, they will do their normal standard operating procedure in, estimating your unit. So, magre-release sila ng estimate. So, say for example, the windshield cost about 20,000 pesos. Lagay na natin na ganun. Brand new front windshield. 20,000 pesos yung estimate ni casa. So, may requirements ka na-estimate mo na, napa-estimate mo na, the casa already produced their repair estimate, punta ka na sa insurance provider nyo. Kasi ganito po. One advantage po na pag pumunta kayo sa insurance provider ninyo na kompleto na ang mga requirements needed is mapapadali po yung process ng claim. That's one technique. Before you physically go to the insurance provider ninyo, double check po yung mga requirements para isang balikan lang or isang puntahan na lang, isang bagsakan na lang. Kasi kung titingin-tingin nyo, bigay mo ng ORCR, which is practically true naman. But many of the insurance, yun yung po advice na many of the insurance company here practices completion of documents first before getting the process done, before getting the proceeds or claims done. Kasi po, importante, hindi gagalo yung claims process kung kulang po ang dokumento na ipapasa ninyo sa insurance provider. Diba? Common sense. Kulang pa Especially, all of the requirements are vital. Kaya nga nire-require yan for the claims department to assess and evaluate the claim. So, it is very advantage and beneficial dun sa part ng client na pupunta siya sa insurance provider niya na kumpleto na po ang mga requirements. Very, very essential po yan. So, tip number 1, make it sure, double check nyo na once pumunta kayo sa insurance provider ninyo, kumpleto na po ang mga requirements being required dun sa inyo from the onset when you called your insurance provider. That is also a tip, Tawagan niyo muna yung insurance provider ninyo. Huwag muna kayong, kailan ba ito ma-repair? Alam mo namang may kulang pa, nagtatanong ka kailan ma-repair. Diba? You have the right to ask doon sa insurance provider ninyo, especially kung kumpleto na the moment you submitted your requirements. Sir, ma'am, here are my requirements based on your notification when I called you like 3 days ago. Ito po yung mga requirements. Paki-double check na lang po kung kompleto na ba or may kulang pa. And then, may I ask po for the timeline kung kailan po yung approval at kailan po ito mapapasok doon sa casa. Ayan. Doon na kayo mag-ask. Huwag kayong mag-ask kung incomplete pa yung requirements. Ang kapal naman ang mukha ninyo. Diba? Punta ka nga ng SS. Punta ka ng GSIS. Punta ka ng PhilHealth. Punta ka ng ibang government bureaus dyan or any private companies dyan. Tapos i-require ka ng ganun. Some may say, yeah, we will accept that, but hindi pa namin ito ma-proceed. Kasi nga, kulang pa eh. There are some other insurance companies na tinatanggap yung mga requirements, initial pa yon. Kasi nga, they will accept it, but they will not proceed it for process or for evaluation because again, kulang pa yung requirements. So, completion of insurance claim requirements is very, very vital po. Isa po yun sa makaka-fast track ng claim pag kumpleto na. Kasi hindi naman gagalaw yung claim process kung incomplete pa ang requirements. 'Di ba? Okay, say for example, you can proceed for the evaluation kung stencil lang naman ang kulang. Pwede na. Common sense din, of course. Andun na yung police report eh. Andun na yung repair estimate. Andun na yung policy, ORCR, driver's license, or driver's affidavit. No? Kompleto. Kung stencil lang, makaka-evaluate naman. Pero, give it a sense na since ni-require yun, isubmit mo na. Diba? Yun. So, yun po, tip number 1. Completion of requirements is a must upon filing a claim. Isa po yun sa makaka-fast track ng claim. Sabihin na natin, ang dami-dami kasing requirements eh. Because that's vital. That's vital. The claims department is one of the most crucial and very, very critical department in an insurance industry. Kasi the claims department po, sila po yung mag-a-assess, mag-i-evaluate ng claim kung claimable ba o hindi. Sa claims po nakasalalay kung magkano ang lalabas na pera sa isang insurance company. Si claims po ang mag-a-assess, hindi po ang accounting or disbursement department. Sa claims po, kasi sila po ang mag-a-assess at magre-recommend ng payment. O ito accounting, ito yung i-release mo na pera, ito yung i-release mo na claim. Kung anong i-recommend ni claim, yun yung gagawin. Si accounting is just there to issue their claims payment. That's pretty much it. Because si claims na po ang gumawa ng, sila na po ang nag sweat and tears. They do the grinding and whining, should I say. But on a claims perspective, si claims po talaga ang nagdidictate kung ilan ang ilalabas na pera ng isang insurance company. Si claims po lahat. Sa kanila, kaya nga po I mentioned earlier, claims department is the show window of any insurance company, not just here in the Philippines but all around the world. Claims department po ang show window. That's the product, that's the service of the insurance, not the insurance lines, not the insurance lines, not the insurance products, but the claims service is the foremost byproduct of any insurance industry. Whether it's life or non-life insurance, claims department po is the service and show window of an insurance company. Alright? So, yun po. So, sa claims pong magdidikta. So, balik tayo. Si Juan, kompleto na, nag-file na ng kanyang claim, and then, ayun, kompleto na, in-assess ng claims department, yung claims processor, kompleto naman sir. We'll have you call second or third, couple of days after it, and then, they will notify you na, hi sir, Sir Juan, your unit is already approved. We already issued our letter of authority to your preferred casa, and just wait for their call for the schedule. Yun lang po ang gagawin ni insurance. They will notify you upon approval of your claim, and they will notify you upon approval of the claim. Hi sir, hi ma'am, we already issued our LOA. Please wait for the call from Toyota or from the casa. Kasi nga, yung bola nun wala na sa insurance. Nandun na sa casa. The least that the insurance can do is to follow up or make updates regarding dun sa progress ng inyong own damage claim. Kasi andun na yung bola sa casa, wala na sa insurance. Okay? So after that, siguro probably after 2 weeks, dumating na yung windshield. Lagay na lang natin kasi in-order pa yan eh. So, ayun, pinasok na. Ito ang pinaka-common. Sir, ma'am. Hi, Mr. Insurance. Hi, Miss Insurance. May babayaran ba ako dito sa claim ko? Yan. Yung iba hindi alam eh. Yung iba may alam, pero ewan ko ba rin tawag dito. Yung iba, alam nila na may counterpart every time they claim. May claim. Yan. Ganito po, sasabihin ko na sa inyo. Kapag ka po tayo ay kumuha ng isang insurance provider or kumuha tayo ng insurance doon sa sasakyan natin, may binabayaran po tayong premium. Yun po yung pera na binabayad natin doon sa insurance para coverage yung sasakyan natin. Comprehensive yung kinuha mo, okay, ito yung babayaran mong pera. That's what they call premium. Okay, which is effective for 1 year. Yung insurance mo is effective for 1 year, renewable or not. Yan. Okay. So, ayun. Every time po na may claim tayo, may tinatawag po tayong deductible or participation ni claimant or client. Ayan. Yung deductible po is the counterpart na babayaran ni claimant every time may own damage claim siya. Sa case po ni Juan, nag-file na siya, may approval na, may LOA na sinend doon ni insurance sa kasa, and then doon sa LOA, re-reflect doon yung how much is the counterpart ni client or ni Juan. Saan po natin makikita ang deductible? Tingnan niyo po, mga best friend, mga idol, yung insurance policy ninyo. Tingnan niyo po. Have a time. Take time to read, the figures. Normally kasi yung mga terms and conditions, hindi na natin binabasa yun eh. We 100% take for granted that. Saka lang natin ma-get yung attention pag may nangyari na eh. But take time to have a look on your deductible. It's very easy to identify and it's very easy to look. Just take a look at your insurance policy. Hanapin nyo po yung word na deductible. Normally po, nakalagay yan, naka-indicate yan, kasama dun sa mga insurance coverage ng sasakyan. Kasama siya dun sa own damage, property damage, kasama siya dun. Pag may nakita kayong word na deductible, may nakasunod dyan, may nakalagay dyan na figure or amount. Yun. Say for example, in the case of one, yung insurance coverage ng sasakyan niya is 525,000 pesos as I aforementioned in the first part 1 of the first episode of this podcast. 525,000 is the own damage coverage. Normally po, ang deductible ng claimant, nagre-rely po yan doon sa value ng sasakyan. Okay? So, kung may 525,000 na value yan, normally, it's 1% of the value of the unit is the deductible or share or participation ni client. So, in the case of a 525,000 own damage coverage, 1% of that is 5,250. Ayan. That's the normal deductible. Or it depends on the insurance company. Not less than 3,000. Minimum of 3,000 pesos as the case may be. May iba 3,000, may iba 4,000. But not lower than 3,000. Tanong. Paring Coco, ba't may babayaran kami? Yan. Ba't babayaran kami? Kaya nga kami kumuha ng insurance eh. Oo, may babayaran kaming premium. Pero if may claim, may babayaran kami. Ano ba yan? Yun yung, ano yun? Di ba? Yun yung mga normal na question ni Juan de la Cruz. Kaya nga ako kumuha ng insurance eh. Para kung may mangyaring damage dito or aksidente, covered. Ngayon may babayaran pa pala ako. Meron po. Meron po kayong babayaran, FYI, for your information. And one things I want, and few things I really want to clear out, hindi po si insurance ang nag-dictate na may babayaran ng claimant. Hindi po si insurance. Ang nag-dictate po na may babayaran ng claimant Si Insurance Commission. Yung government po ang nag-dictate sa mga insurance companies, especially non-life and motor cars, na kung may claim, may babayaran si claimant. Yung tatawag pong deductible. Ba't po naisip ni insurance company yon? Or ni insurance commission po yon na i-mandate na every time may claim or on damage, may babayaran si client. Ba't po nila ginawa yon? Ito po ang reason behind that. Kaya po yon minandate ni insurance commission sa lahat ng mga non-insurance company na may deductible ang claimant or ang client para po ma-avoid yung petty claims. Kasi po, naaabuso po ang insurance company or maaabuso po ang insurance company kung walang magiging counterpart ang claimant. Kasi kahit maliit na damage na na-accumulate ng sasakyan, pwede mong i-claim ng isahan. Yun. Maaabuso yung insurance. Walang insurance ang tatagal nun. Kasi, konting gasgas lang, nagasgas ka ng Lunes, nabunggo ka ng Martes, tinamaan ka ng bato sa windshield ng Miyerkules, nagasgas uli pag Huwebes, putok uli yung side mirror ng Biyernes, tapos nagasgas yung rear bumper ng Sabado, tapos nung Linggo, nagasgas uli. Isang linggong accident yon. Daig nyo pa si Imelda Papin yung isang linggong pag-ibig. Kaya po minandate ni Insurance Commission yun sa lahat ng mga insurance companies yung deductible para po ma-avoid yung mga maliliit na claims at para po hindi maabuso or maabuso ang insurance company. Kasi po kalimitan po kasi po kung ganun naman kung wala naman yung deductible, ang mangyayari nun, every week may claim. Ilugi ang insurance nun naman. 'Di ba? Walang insurance ang tatagal nun. Wala po insurance. Frankly and honestly speaking, kung hindi po nilagyan ng deductible. And that also implies na kung may deductible, mag-iingat ako, hindi ko may insurance ako, bubunggo ko na tong sasakyan ko kasi may insurance ako may insurance ako, ibubunggo ko to. Ibang usapan din yan, intentional yun. Hindi yun accident. Kasi ang accident is a event na hindi mo inaasahan. Kaya na-aksidente ka. Yun. Pero pag intention yung pagkabunggo mo, hindi naman claimable yun. Yan, punta naman tayo. Kaya may deductible po. Para po din mabigyan ng sort of discipline and warning ang mga claimants or assureds natin or mga insured natin na wag po nating abusuhin yung insurance. Kasi insurance are there to back you up in times of my vehicular accident that will occur or will arise. That's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty much the basic principle of having an insurance, 'di ba? But not to the point that it will be abused. Huwag po nating abusuhin. It's a win-win situation. Minsan pa nga lugi ang insurance Most of the time, 'di ba? But they were never really thinking of that because of service and welfare. Para po maging balanse po yung takbo ng ekonomiya natin, public man or private individual. Alright? Kaya po may insurance deductible on the part of the client. And mind you, yung deductible po is per accident. Yun. Kung na-aksidente ka 7 days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, on straight to Sunday, ay nako, yung deductible po is per accident. Kaya po, be cautious enough to file a claim. Tapos, kung ituturo mo yung nabunggo ng Lunes dun sa front bumper, tapos ituturo mo ulit yung rear bumper na nabunggo nung Tuesday, dalawang claim na yon. Dalawang separate accident na yon, which means dalawang separate deductible yon. So, kung may 5,250 ka na deductible, magta-times yun, magmumultiply yun into the number of accident na dineclare nyo. So, magiging 10 million, 10,500, di ba? Kaya po, ingat-ingat tayo. Kala mo, makakalusot ka sa insurance. Hindi po. Pinag-isipan po yan ng mga brilliant minds nung nakakreate ng insurance. Way back dun sa Lloyd's of London. Anyway, that's pretty much one heck of a history down there. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Huwag po natin abusuin yung insurance. Let's be thankful enough na we can afford to pay premium dun sa sasakyan natin. And let's be thankful enough and grateful enough na kung may mangyari, may insurance na naka-backup. Oh, di ba? So ayun, nag-claim na si Juan, dumating na yung windshield, 20,000 yung windshield. Tapos nangyari doon, 5,000 kay Juan, 15,000 doon kay insurance. Yun yung magiging partition. Oh, di ba? So, ano din? Tawag dito. It's a win-win situation din. Di ba? Hindi naman ganun kalugi. Although you release a 5,000 pesos, pera din yun. Malaki din yun. Pero at least, may insurance na naka-backup to pay another 15,000, the difference of the amount dun sa cost of damage ng windshield. Tapos ang claim. Tapos ang claim. Now, I think I'll have a separate episode for the I'll have a separate episode. I'm thinking of it kasi I'll have a separate episode for ano ba yung mga claimable at hindi. Kasi madugo po ito eh. But what I'm trying to point out is the very basic of what is claimable and not. From that point on, pag-uusapan po natin yan on the very next episode. To give you a heads up na ano pong pwedeng gawin kung may mangyaring ganito ganyan. Claimable ba yan o hindi? Kasi madami from my experience. I'm on my 6th year of in the insurance industry. Madami po tayong na-experience na akala mo claimable, hindi naman pala. Ayun, doon nangyayari yung confusion that will lead to argument, no? And sort of misinformation doon. Kaya nga, what I'm trying to say is, from the very onset po, doon sa pagpapa-insure nyo yung unit, very, very much crucial po and very essential po ang role ng underwriter. Kasi po si underwriter ang nag-a-assess ng risk. 'Di ba? And si underwriter po, dapat mas alam niya ang mga do's and don'ts, ang mga claimable and not claimable instances dun sa unit. Better than of the claims. Kasi si underwriter po ang nag-a-assess ng risk. Is this claimable or not? An underwriter must possess a well-balanced and well-versed information, in-depth information dun sa kanyang product. Better much than the claims. Kasi si claims is there to assess also in terms of claims. Hanggang dun lang. But si underwriter, hindi lang yung entry point, pati din yung exit point. Dapat alam niya. Kaya most likely nga nagiging di ba? I don't know. Some other insurance companies ang nagiging normally yung mga nagiging executives yung naluluklok sa higher ups is galing sa underwriting department. Malimit po akong makakita ng claims department na naging executive, naging exec. Hanggang assistant 'yon. Hindi 'yun magiging vice. Hanggang assistant lang yung claims. Normally po ang napropromote or nasa higher ups po ang underwriter department. Kasi that is one of the most crucial and very, very important positions sa insurance industry, the underwriter department. Sila po nag-assess ng risk before i-insured. Sila din po nag-assess kung angay ba i-insured or hindi. Di ba? Yung mga ganun. Very, very basic things and stuff to do in terms of assessing a risk. Claims is just right there to assess if it's claimable or not. That's it. That's pretty much it. They set the tone for a future figure na ma-release ni insurance. They're just gonna do that, di ba? Because from the onset, kung alam naman ng claimant na ganito pala, kasi buti naman pala magaling yung underwriter ninyo, Mr. Adjuster. Bakit ho, sir? Kasi from the very onset, na-explain ho sa akin eh. Malinaw po ang pag-explain ng underwriter ninyo from the onset. Kaya po hindi na ako nag-file ng claim kasi alam ko na hindi to claimable. O di ang galing ng insurance underwriter. Di ba? Number 1, ang galing ng impact kasi nalaman agad ni claimant. Number 2, nakatipid pa sa insurance. Kasi hindi natuloy yung claim. So, walang na-release na amount. And cash. Di ba? Kaya importante po yun. If you educate your client, not to the point na magiging annoying na siya or nuisance na, but to the point of very basic information lang on the part of the underwriter towards the client, that's very important. Claims is just right there to back you up. Di ba? Hey, we're here and I think sir, it's safe to say hindi po claimable to. Di ba? So yun po yung magiging topic natin for the next episode, for the next coming week sa podcast natin, and very very excited for the next week. Every Friday po yung release ng new episode natin for our podcast. This is the CrisTo Show. Might as well, you might like I'll have my own Facebook page soon, right? You know, mag-release pa tayo ng bagong episode doon, and I'll link my YouTube account, my Instagram account, and my Facebook page. I'll create pa. So this is just a basic information on the insurance, on the non-life insurance setting here in the Philippines. Medyo malawak pa to di ba? This is just for the basic information of everyone. I hope you found it interesting and informative as well. Wishing you all have a good day. You know, ingat po tayo, stay safe, stay calm, stay active, and be responsible and cautious enough towards yourself and to other people, especially these times po na the threat of this pandemic is still there. So be cautious and responsible enough na lang. Sundin po natin ang mga protocols and guidelines na giset sa atong authorities and government, should I say. So I think that's pretty much it. So amping tatanan, be with your family, your loved ones, say hi, say hello, and keep being social distant, and have a good day. This is the CrisTo Show. See you in the next episode of this podcast. Bye!